can I get 9 McNuggets, fries, Sprite, and an Oreo McFlurry, please? And barbecue sauce. Yo, can I get 9 McNuggets, fries, Sprite, and an Oreo McFlurry, please? And barbecue sauce.
What's good, my little community? Welcome back to another video. Before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, drop a banger like this one, and hit that note because you're in it, so you can be the first to know one of these videos comes out. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, in today's video, we're going to be discussing Stormzy's response to the whole McDonald's Backlash situation. If you're unfamiliar with what's been going on these past couple weeks, I'll give you a brief summary. Essentially, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but a couple weeks ago, Stormzy announced that he did a big deal with McDonald's to have his own Stormzy meal for a limited time. And first things first, that Stormzy meal is fucking trash, bro. Like, bro, how are you 6'5" and you're only having 9 chicken McNuggets? Like, what are we doing, bro?
I'm sorry.
Well, of course, he received an enormous amount of backlash for this deal from the general population. This is, of course, because Stormzy previously showed support for Palestine in amongst the war in Gaza, and McDonald's seems to have some ties to Israel. These ties are a bit convoluted, but essentially there's an Israeli company, I believe, called Alonya that owns all of the McDonald's restaurants in Israel, and I believe that the company pledged to donate in free meals to the Israeli military amidst the ongoing conflict, and then McDonald's announced that they would still side with Israel and they bought that company as well. So it's all moving a bit crazy, I can't lie. But in layman's terms, McDonald's has essentially pledged to provide free meals to Israel in the ongoing war. That's basically what the takeaway of it would be if you're an average Joe who knows nothing about the whole conflict that's going on in Gaza. I believe that's the general gist of it. If I'm wrong or if details aren't entirely correct, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. But McDonald's is on the Israel side of that whole conflict. So of course, the reason why people were upset in regards to Stormzy is because he had a post on IG that started off by saying, you know, free Palestine, and said that he would always be against injustice and things of that nature, basically siding with Palestine, not Israel. But then shortly before the McDonald's ad was released, this post was taken down, leaving people to assume that he had to take down this post in order to take the deal from McDonald's, which would mean that he obviously compromised his morals and his values for money. So people basically think McDonald's went to him and said, if you want to do this deal with us, you have to delete all the things that you said about Palestine. You have to delete your posts, delete your tweets, delete anything that shows that you mentioned Palestine, because we can't be associated with that side. Well, it looks like Stormzy has finally responded to the accusations with a statement that he's put on his Instagram story. And I'm not going to lie, it really is just a bunch of Britney Spears initials. I can't lie to you. We're going to break it down, of course, but yeah, Stormzy, it's not looking good, bruv. But yeah, in his statement, there's a lot of gobbledygook, but we're just going to focus on the good stuff. So Stormzy says, hey guys, I wanted to address some twisted narrative that's been circulating online this past week. Firstly, I didn't archive the post where I came out in support of Palestine for any reason outside of me archiving loads of IG posts last year.
Cap.
In that post, I spoke about hashtag free Palestine, oppression and injustice, and my stance on this has not changed. Now, of course, the first load of horse manure is the archiving a load of posts bit. Like, Stormzy, we were born at night, just not last night, mate. You can't run that kind of game on us, mate. We're not Maya Jabba, like, you know what I mean? So you just happened to go on an archiving spree. You just happened to do it just before this McDonald's video comes out.
Coincidence? I think not.
And you know what? Let's just give him the benefit of the doubt, right? Let's say that maybe he did just go on a archiving spree. If you really did do that, then why not put the picture back up then? If it's still a part of your beliefs, if it's still a part of your morals, if no one made you do it, then why not just unarchive it then? You know, surely you can even pin it at the top of your Instagram page, right? Because you said your stance on it hasn't changed and now people are questioning your morals. If you want to show people that you didn't compromise your morals for money, then why not just put it back up? Like, you know what I mean? It's very easy to unarchive a post on Instagram. It takes about 3 clicks maximum. But the next bit of the statement is truly disturbing, as Stormzy says, the brands I work with can't tell me what to do and don't tell me what to do, otherwise I wouldn't work with them. Aye. Stormzy, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I just can't let this BS slide. Because that is just absolute nonsense. The brands I work with can't tell me what to do. What planet does he live on? Like, no disrespect, but who does Stormzy think he is? Like, the whole point of you being in a brand deal is that they can tell you what to do. No one is above being told what to do in these type of deals. There's NFL players and NBA players that have contracts with Nike worth like 10 mil, 20 mil, 30 mil, etc, etc, and even they get told what to do. They get told they're not allowed to wear other branded shoes, like Adidas, for example. They get told they can't do certain things. When Tom Holland got signed with Marvel to do the Spider-Man movies, they told him he wasn't allowed to do like extreme sports and that, because if he got injured, then he obviously wouldn't be able to do the movies, and then that would be them potentially losing out on $100 million, like, you know what I mean? So, and in both of those examples, their contracts were a lot more lucrative than this Stormzy deal. So I'm not sure why Stormzy would A, think, or B, try to make us think that the rules akin to the likes of NFL players and Marvel actors wouldn't be applicable to him as well. Like, this whole statement is just very disingenuous. I saw people online saying that the rumored payout for this McDonald's deal was around 4.5 mil. So let's just work with that number for a second. We don't know if it's true, but let's just work with that. You're telling me that someone who's paying you 4.5 mil can't tell you what to do when you're representing their brand? Like, bro, that just doesn't make sense no matter what way you try to spin it. It's just a ridiculous notion. And the fact that Stormzy's trying to pull the wool over your eyes and make you guys think that he's so above it that no one could tell him what to do, or I ain't gonna work with them. Like, bro, that's not how the world works. I'm sorry. He's not, no disrespect to Stormzy, because I like Stormzy as an artist, but he's not even at that level where that would even be up for negotiation. Like, you're not bigger than the program. As I said, there's people who are in a lot bigger positions than Stormzy that are still getting told what to do by the brands that they're working with. So yeah, man, that is just categorically not true. So I'm not sure who wrote this for Stormzy, because now I'm starting to think, did he even write this himself? Because whoever wrote this has done an awful job, I'll be so real. Like, and I want everyone to pay attention to the way that this statement has been worded. Like, he's being very careful with what he's saying. He's addressing the situation, but he's not addressing the situation at the same time. He doesn't say McDonald's didn't tell me to take down that post. He says the brands I work with can't tell me what to do. He's very careful about not particularly addressing the brand or the situation by name. He's not saying free Palestine until the wheels fall off, free it till it's backwards. You know the way these lot be saying free up my bro? They're so quick to say free up my bro, free up this guy, free up that guy. But when it comes to this, all he can say is my stance on this hasn't changed. Just pay attention to that. I don't think he wrote this personally, or didn't write it fully by himself. So just be mindful about the way that the wording is coming across. But then that proceeds me nicely onto the next bit of the statement, where he says, I do my own research on all the brands I work with, gather my own information, form my own opinion, and come to my own conclusion before doing business.
Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh?
And I mean, I gotta be honest, you clearly didn't do your own research, mate, because a quick Google search would let you know that the company that you're doing business with is in direct opposition with the statement you made prior about supporting the opposing side. So it's like, again, this is another disingenuous statement. Like, how much research did you really do? It's looking more like the only research you did is looking at the McDonald's menu, you know what I mean? The only research you did was seeing what was the closest McDonald's to your crib, mate. What did you research? How many calories are in 9 McNuggets and a McFlurry, bro? Like, what are we talking about, man?
You get it? Cause I don't.
And don't get me wrong, I do like Stormzy. Like, I support Stormzy and support his music. But when it comes to situations like this, like, I can't let you just act like you're oblivious and act like you don't know what's going on. Like, come on, bro. You were very aware of what was going on, and you just chose to just take the money. I just don't see why he just doesn't say it. We ain't got to do all these mind games, all this mental gymnastics, this mental acrobatics. Like, why are we doing this? Why doesn't he just stand 10 toes down and say, yep, I took the money, and what? Like, I'd low-key respect that a bit more than all these mental hurdles that he's trying to make us go through. Now, I would also like to say that I don't think people who are giving Stormzy slack online, and trust me, they're giving him a lot of slack online, I'll be so real. Like, on all of Stormzy's Instagram posts, if you go to the comment section, he's just getting absolutely roasted roasted. I saw someone say, how can you have a song called Backbone and you ain't got no backbone? Oh, mate. It's not looking good for him right now. But I said all that to say, a lot of people are giving Stormzy slack, and yet they were at McD's on Saturday night, like, after they went out for a night. So, you know, if you're going to hold Stormzy accountable, you kind of got to hold yourself accountable as well. But to be honest, I think he just took the bag. I'm really not sure why he's trying to, I don't want to say lie about it, but I mean, yeah, he's kind of trying to lie about it. Like, I don't get why he's trying to dress it up. Like, he's basically trying to put lipstick on a pig. You can't put lipstick on a pig. There's no point trying to dress it up in all these statements and wording things in a certain way to make things seem like not how they are. It's not a Wizards of Waverly Place. Everything is not what it seems. No, everything is exactly what it seems. Stormzy, let me give you a piece of advice. Number one, you're never going to win against the internet, so there's no point in even trying. No amount of statements is going to change that. And number two, if you really did, because, you know, there's every possibility that I might have read this all completely wrong and he actually didn't compromise his morals for money. But if you did compromise your morals for money, I think people would respect it more if you stood 10 toes and said, yeah, you know what? I took the money. It was 4.5 mil. I could take care of my family with that bread. I could buy a new Lamborghini with that bread. You lot are broke. None of you are turning down 4 mil if you was in my position, and you all still eat McDonald's anyway. So shut up. If you just came out and said that, I can't lie, some people would hate it. But I'm sure there'd be a large majority out there of people that would respect it as well. So I don't see why he just didn't come out on that angle. Because you know, you're not going to win anyway. Like, you know, like the more you try and hide it and dress it up, the more you just look like someone who's got no backbone. No pun intended. So yeah, man. I mean, will this affect Stormzy's image going forward? I do think so. I think this is probably going to follow him for at least till summertime. Maybe if Stormzy comes back with an absolute banger, then that might change people's perception. But I can't say that Stormzy's been known for coming back with bangers as of late. I mean, he did have that Backbone song, but I mean, if I asked you to sing that song, would you even be able to do it?
You're dying! You're literally dying! You're dead! On God, you're dead!
Exactly. But in the words of Heady One,
it's a bit of a sticky one still.
But let me know if you think about this in the comment section down below. What do you think about the whole Stormzy situation? Do you think he's compromised his morals for money? Do you think it's not that deep? Does this even affect you? Like, do you even care? Like, let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. But on the road to 3,000 subs, you know what time is. Follow my personal IG at LiTTyENT. If you care about what I do, I'm not making these bangers for you. I post updates on Twitter as well, so you might as well follow me on there. Because what's you doing for your life? Absolutely nothing, mate. All right, bet. Peace.
Oh, you ain't know I could sing?